It's the first qualifying of the season here. We are in Australia, and it's short quali, not a full quali, so only going to have the one session. 18 minutes for all 12 drivers to set their best lap times possible around this Albert Park circuit. 5.278 kilometers or 3.280 miles around the lake. And the first one out, I believe, is a Williams of Silver Leo. So out he goes. And hopefully he'll be the first one to set a lap time. If not, something's gone horribly wrong. Or he just wants to be behind the others. But off he goes in the Williams. Williams has a new logo this season. And in my opinion, it's better than the last season's. Even though it was quite nice last time. But I think it's even nicer going back to the good old days when Williams in real life was at the top. Nigel Mansell and all those great drivers there. Silver Leo representing Williams in this league. He is on his outlap. Cass is behind him. And out of the pit lane goes James Bower. Access Junkie and Samnia as well. DJ Booby. And then it's El Presidente that's going out. Then the Red Bull of BS. And then we just have 3 drivers just chilling. No, 4 drivers, but now 2 of them go out. That's a McLaren and Ad. Who's the McLaren? It's Gilbert. So now let's ride on board. Let's ride on board with Silver now. He'll be the first one to set a lap here in qualifying. Already drained half of his battery through turn 1. Didn't invalidate. That looked pretty nice through turn 1 and 2. And now through turn 3. Gets it stopped very nicely through turn 4. And onto the very, very short active aero straight. No battery data and pedal data, so they need to fix that on this game, don't they? Through turn 9 and 10 looked very nice through there. We have the steering wheel data anyway, so that shouldn't matter a whole lot. Through turn 11, kisses the curb. And through turn 13, very nice through there. Turn 14, just drifts a little bit wide, but now he drains the battery for the end of the lap. And Silver Leo will go fastest, 119.2. That is the fastest time we've seen so far today. Cass, 0.6 behind, 119.8. That was a very nice lap from Silver. Next to cross the line will be James Bower. He's going around turn 11 at the moment. On the short run to turn 12, then 13 and 14. A very tricky final sector, as it's a left-right straight, right, left, right. And, oh, he spun round! And that's not ideal for James Bower. And that will be a very slow time. At least he'll put a time on the board in the end. But it will not be a quick one. 124.7. And he's got a Ferrari up behind him in Samnia. 121.1. And I think there was also a car that had a moment. Oh my word! And out of the race, out of the session goes Access Junkie. And he's right in the way. So that is very disappointing for him. And I think he got right in the way of one of the Audis. But he was ghosted anyway, so it didn't cause too much of a threat at all. But yeah, that was a very, very interesting moment that just happened. Silver still fastest at the moment. DJ Booby, who's on the medium tire at the moment, 120.1. Bindem is Ad, 120.9. And then it's Insomnia, 121.1. BS, 121.6 in 6th. El Presidente in 7th, 121.8. James Bow, 124.7. And then Technician, Gilbert, and Fuzz has not set a time, and out of the session is Access Junkie. Let's ride on board with Gilbert, going down the long curve, as I like to call it. We're already 6 minutes into the session, and 2/3 of the drivers have got a lap in. One of them has retired in very spectacular fashion. Did not get the apex there at turn 13, but now he drains the battery to the line. Bit too much used, and he goes up into P4. That's a nice lap from Gilbert, and he's in the top 5 here in Australia. Cass crosses the line, improves by 3/10, but 3/10 shy of Silver Leo, who put in a really good lap, who's in P1 at the moment. So now the drivers will be going back into the pit lane. Your Mum's Technician has now gone out for the first time. Fuzz hasn't gone out yet. We've got 11 minutes to go here. Yellow flag, and that'll be Gilbert just slowing on at the back curve. The lap starts for Your Mum's Technician into turn 1 and 2. It was quite decent through there. On the run to turn 3, Active Aero used, but now it closes. And, oh, he goes very, very deep into the corner and loses a bucket load of time. Through turn 4. Now 5. This isn't going to be a lap that he would have dreamed of. Goes around turn 6 and now turn 7. And through the long turn 8. Foot flat to the floor until turn 9. He's got a Cadillac right in front of him. And that will be James Borrow. Hopefully he gets out of the way in time for Your Mum's Technician to come through. He's used up all of his battery. Now it's going to quickly top back up a bit more into the 20s. And hopefully James Borrow gets out of the way quickly here, and he does. Into turn 13. Quite nice through there. Turn 14. Also quite nice through there. But just turn 3 ruined his lap there. And he goes up into P4 despite that really unfortunate moment. So he could be a contender of pole position. Everyone's going into the pit lane now. DJ Booby on an out lap right now. BS has gone off onto the escape road, and he's going to go over the grass, where we saw Oscar Piastri loses home win chances in 2025. Insomnia off the road at turn 2. I would imagine just sliding past the other drivers. When you're going through a red flag zone, it disables overtake mode. You can use the boost, but as you see, the ERS bar is blue. That will turn to yellow and give you a bit less speed. So I don't think drivers will be too happy that that'll happen to them. but it probably doesn't make you lose too much time. DJ Booby, 6th at the moment. Ahead of him is Gilbert, Technician, Borrow, Cass, and Silver in P1 on provisional pole here. 8 minutes to go. Past the halfway mark of qualifying. So, DJ Booby on a lap right now. He's going to come around the final few corners now. And he's going to go out the final corner, foot flat to the floor, drains the battery to the line, and he goes to P2. Less than a tenth. More than a tenth behind Silver. But he's not too far off provisional pole. He will go again and try and get P1. And give himself a head start for the long 58 laps. Cass in P3 at the moment on an out lap. I think he just touched the grass then, which will not give him the greatest of exits. Now he starts his lap. Yellow flag, and that's Insomnia. He's probably done a half spin because he got away very, very quickly. It's looking quite nice for Cass so far. Let's see what his first sector time will be. And has he done improvement? Just less than a tenth, 75 hundredths of a second of an improvement in the first sector. Only one real corner here in the second sector. And so it's all about foot flat to the floor. It's all about speed in the second sector. He is 12 hundredths of a second faster in the second sector. It's not looking like a bad lap for Cass at the moment as he tries to pick up the slipstream from his teammate, and he goes off the road, and that's his lap done for Cass, and that's very unfortunate. That was looking quite decent of a lap, and he will now abort that lap, and his teammate will get set to start another one, currently in P10 at the moment. El Presidente in the Audi looking to find a massive improvement from the practice session. A McLaren is off, and I believe that is Fuzz, and yes it is. He is way off the road, so yeah, he is quite far off the road. His teammate Gilbert, who's just gone out the pit lane now, will pass him. El Presidente through turn 3. Let's ride on board with him as he goes through turn 4. It's not looking too bad for him at the moment. But let's see what his first sector time will be. He finds 4.5 tenths, nearly 5 tenths in the first sector. But he's used a bit too much battery here, and that time will fade as he goes down the long back curve. Picks up a bit of a slipstream from his teammate Cass, who's getting right out of the way now. Through turn 9, through turn 10. He'll drain the battery now to turn 11. He needs a massive improvement here. Second gear, third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear. Through turn 12. And they'll top the battery up just a bit more, and he will deploy it down the front straight. And he goes. It was a bit twitchy there on the exit, but he will now drain it to the end. And he goes up into P9, exactly 7 tenths of an improvement. But from El Presidente, it is very disappointing to see him down in P9. Silver Leo on an outlap right now. He's got provisional pole at the moment. He's just a tenth faster than DJ Booby at the moment, who is also on an outlap right behind him as well. That's just came out of turn 10. Anyone on a lap right now? I believe Technician is. No, he's either aborted it or he's starting up a new one. He's got time to go around again. He's probably ruined that lap somewhere. Gilbert, 8.4 seconds slower in the first sector, so he isn't on a lap. Presidente, of course, just finished his lap. Silva on a lap, and he runs very wide and almost hits the wall there. And he can abort and then go again, but I don't think he's doing that so far. And a little bit of a scruffy turn 3, doesn't get the apex. It's not been a decent lap so far for Silva Leo. Let's look at the first sector. Did he improve? No, he didn't. 2/10 slower. And I would imagine he will abort this lap, and he is. Or is he? He's still going. He's got a Racing Bulls of Your Mum's Technician right in front of him, who is currently P5 at the current moment. And I don't think Silva's backing off. He's draining the battery. I didn't see what the middle sector was, but we'll see by the end of the lap in about 10 seconds. A bit loose there at turn 13. Rounds the final corner very wide. Almost clips the wall. And he will cross the line. And he doesn't improve. 5.5 tenths slower. Now he'll regain the battery and then go again. DJ Booby has aborted his lap. He has invalidated. El Presidente has retired. It's only P3. Sorry, only P9 for him. DJ Booby will start a lap through turn 1 and through turn 2, draining the battery to turn 3. And I believe Insomnia's had a moment out of the final corner. That's not ideal for the Ferrari man. 1.7 seconds off the pace. Fuzz has finally gone out on track. He hasn't set a time yet. So is Access Junkie, but he crashed out earlier on. And oh, big spin from Insomnia. Pretty much right after his other one. Silva Leo has aborted his lap. Will he be going again? Will there be enough time? Yellow flag at the moment, and that is the Ferrari just slowing down at the moment. Silva has got time to get going again. DJ Booby. Rounding turn 11, and then through turn 12. How will the lap be looking? Through turn 13 and then 14, he'll have his foot flat to the floor until the line. And he drains the battery. Can DJ Booby snatch pole here in Australia? He can! By 40 hundredths of a second, 119.2, and he is on provisional pole. But can Silva make an argument of it? James Borrow, who's 2 tenths, nearly 3 tenths behind, can he make a big improvement as he starts a lap now? Through turn 1 and 2, but at the moment, let's watch Silva as qualifying ends here. Cass ends his qualifying. It's only P4 for him provisionally. Silva at the moment P2. Rounding turn 9 and 10. What can the McLarens do? Paul goes into the pit lane and Fuzz goes up into P7 ahead of Ad in the Cadillac. BS looking for an improvement as he rounds the final corner at the moment. Insomnia is in P11. El Presidente P10. BS goes up into P6. But what can Silva do? Can Silva snatch back pole here from DJ Booby as he drains the battery to the end? And Silva, a tenth quicker, gets provisional pole here in Australia. DJ Booby is done with qualifying. Can James Borrow snatch pole? He's currently P3. We've got the order set, but Borrow is a big question here. James Borrow drains the battery, foot flat to the floor, as he will go to the line, and I don't think he got it. He is P3, and Silva Leo is on pole for the first race this season here in Australia. That was an almighty qualifying. Great effort from all these drivers. And my word, Silva Leo fastest, second And on the front row with him, DJ Booby. Third, James Bow. Fourth is Cass Romans. Fifth, Gilbert. Sixth, BS. Seventh, Your Mum's Technician. Eighth, Fuzz. Ninth, Ad. 10th, and once again, shocking result for El Presidente. And 11th, Insomnia, not able to find the pace that he needs, and Access Junkie, who crashed out earlier, did not set a time.